scene here. So, in the bottom left, playing in the pink, we have Pillars, and they're going to be switching over to, I believe, Abbasid, yes. With their teammate, Jakobe, down in the bottom left, who are going to be sticking with the Rus. So yeah, they're going to go Rus Abbasid this time. And up in the top right, playing as the Rus once again, we have Simtom and their teammate Yan Racing Cat, who is going to be going for Delhi. So a little bit of a mix up here. Both teams sticking with their Rus on one side, but Abbasid and Delhi going to be the choice pick for this. And this is, oh, if I can remember the name. It's not Cauldron. It's not. Hang on. I will tab out and look real quick, just to check. This is Golden Swamp that they're going to be playing on. Okay, there's quite a bit of water in the center of the map. I don't believe there are any shorefish though. At least not in this version. And this map, yeah, you've got the kind of correct team spawns here where they'll be spawning across from each other. It's going to be much harder to, you know, rush your opponent down in this kind of circumstance. But maybe they'll go for it anyway. But for now, they're just going to leave it for the moment. And what are we seeing as far as econ goes? Nothing too out of the ordinary. Yeah, just people building up their Vil count. Bunch of extra scouts coming in, so you know that's where all the extra military is coming from. Yan Racing Cat actually only sticking with one scout, but they're gonna get that early mosque up. I guess they want that quick free tech. Forestry is actually almost done. And we're going to see, yeah, the bonus to wheelbarrow that's going to come in, start going a bit faster as well. House of Wisdom coming up. Yes, everybody's just kind of nicely lining things up to age up. Yan Racing Cat, actually at 400, 200s. Jakobe also going to be aging up pretty soon here as well. There's only really Simtom that's taking a bit longer. Their food econ just a little bit slower right now. But comparatively, they're doing very well on bounty, so yeah, it doesn't seem like the end of the world. Yeah, Golden Gate's coming up a bit faster on this side compared to this side. And you see Jakobe actually doing a pretty good job stealing some deer. They're kind of on their opponent's side of the map-ish. And teammates actually doing a good job zoning this scout out over here. Hey Hop, how are you doing? Yeah, exactly. If you want to join me on commentary, by the way, Hop, you're more than welcome. We've got a best of 1 and a best of 3 after this, so would love to have you on commentary if you're available. As we're going to continue with this match. Things looking good on the side of Yan Racing Cat. They're going to have their Dome of the Faith any moment now. And everybody's going up to Feudal. You like the overlay? I also like the overlay. It's now in the game for everybody to use as a mod. So as long as the lobby is created with this overlay, players can use it. And anybody can watch using it. This is the teams one, so obviously looks a bit different to the 1v1 overlay, but it does work, and you do get to see like a decent amount of information. Alright, we just have like way more scouts fighting in the center. Horsemen coming out. Okay. And we're seeing, oh, interesting. That boosted horseman production. Makes sense. Makes sense. It's essentially like a free extra stable. Well, it did cost them like one priest or monk, but you know, it's worth it. Like, that's what, like a 75 gold? A 90 gold scholar, I should say. And that could have been like 150 wood cost building. Alright, knight's coming out here, but the horseman actually outspeeds the knight, so it's going to be able to get away nice and safely. And because of this increased production, yeah, these horsemen are going to possibly overwhelm the knight. They do cost quite a bit more, but you know, they have a much better hit and run available to them. And if you have more of them, then you can hit multiple places. That said, this wall is actually going to do a really nice job keeping the Rus player all safe in their base. And it's just like a whole bunch of like poking and prodding with knights and scouts for the moment. Ooh, horsemen do find an opening. Along with this knight, they do pick off one vill, and they do force a bunch of idle time, which is quite good. That said, there are double TC available. And yeah, they've got the foodstuffs, so villager harass, obviously going to be annoying, but you know what? I don't actually think Pillars cares that much. That said, lots of good finds here. I could actually just burn down this hunting cabin. Like, obviously picking off fills is nice, but that's like a free building right there. And the military count for Nyan Racing Cat is actually going up pretty high already. Golden Age. Tier 1 available. Although that said, like, you know, you find like an easy building to pick off, but I was gonna say an easy building to pick off, but there's no easy buildings to pick off. Like, look at these barracks. Look at these mining camps. Everything is like protected, so yeah. Oh, well, as I say that, there's a mill over here. Oh, if Nyan Racing Cat knew that was there, oh, that'd be such a good pick off to get. And actually, oh, I think this mining camp is actually out of range of the TC. So these horsemen could possibly do a lot more. Oh, now he sees the mill, but there's spearmen to protect. Oh no, he isn't paying attention. Forgot to micro for a moment, loses 2 horsemen. Oh, that's not what you want to have happen. Although, because of these horsemen, there's so much map control that, yeah, it just takes a sacred site. That's really good. And who are you? You're Simtom, so... Actually, all of these horsemen are giving a really... such a good amount of map control that things like... They just took the boar in the center, and they're taking these sacred sites. That's kind of ridiculous, actually. Like, Pillars and Jakobe actually have to go out on the map and do something about this. And yeah, spears are going to do really well against these horsemen. But I don't know if they're going to do so well against these fortified palisade walls. And, okay, early knights fighting. But they're fighting other early knights, so it's okay for the moment. Oh, and there just aren't enough knights over here. So these early horsemen... Not gonna get us around, but they're gonna do a good job. And oh, Delhi can build walls. That is a natural advantage of that civ, so yeah, they're gonna take full advantage of that. Gonna capture both these sacred sites, gonna get the big gold econ off of it actually. And this actually might be game. Like if they can just hold here. Like this scholar just needs to run to the spears. Yeah, spears are right there. And these spears aren't gonna take any kind of damage. Here's some fighting going on somewhere. Yeah, big fight over here, big fight over here. And there's just so much aggression. And actually, all this aggression, because it's being forced, it's like forced Jakobean pillars back. Like they can't threaten these sacred sites. Like this one over here is completely fortified. Oh, except for this like tiny little gap here. But over here, there's this big wall down here. There's a choke point. There's loads of spears over here now as well. With scholars behind them. And yeah, like they're regular unupgraded ones, but they, you know, that's all you need. And yeah, horsemen, you know, they're not going to do amazing against knights, but you've got all these spears there. And yeah, like, what's happened is the scholars bumped from this stable to this barracks, so having that one scholar to help boost production is essentially having one of any production building that you like. And yeah, this early knight's just going to get mauled by these hardened spearmen. Oh no. More units going down there. And so long as this aggression is taking place, like, away from these sacred sites, it's, like, really in the favor of Eyes in the Forest, who's doing a very good job counter-attacking. Keeping their opponents on the back foot. And the Pillars has, like, a huge army right now, but Nyan Racing Cat has a massive one. That's so big! It's, like, almost 50. Oh, it is 50 now. Okay, they bullied them off the boar, but the boar was almost done, so not really the end of the world. Yeah, Racing Cat, yeah, just gonna build a tower and kind of pull back a bit. And behind this, Simtom has actually reached Castle Age. They've had all this extra gold from these sacred sites this whole time. And now they potentially can just go and grab all the relics. Because they're up in Castle. Are we seeing any kind of move to Castle Age over here? No, they're just going to keep building spears. That's all they have to do. Delhi, yeah, they just have to, you know, have the kind of bulky army that can also heal. Probably want to move these spears back and heal them, but that's fine for the moment. And yeah, there's just like a whole bunch of fights going on. Oh, knight potentially going to go down. It's kind of zipping, zapping around. Nope, gets picked off by the spears. And yeah, there's just like spears chasing other spears. And okay, I think these spears might have the upgrades. Yeah, they do have the range upgrades. But that doesn't really matter when there's way more enemy spears. And now they're just pulling back. Oh, horsemen finding their way in. They don't actually get... Oh, they get like one villager killed. Which, given the size of Nyan Racing Cat's army, isn't the worst trade in the world. Like, if you can just keep Jakobe, like, further back, he's still only in feudal. And going for a second TC. Whereas over on this side, we've got both Eyes in the Forest players now in Castle Age. So yeah, relics are going to start getting picked up. There's like a whole bunch over here. And there's like a whole bunch over here as well. And these sacred sites have been in their possession for quite a while now. I actually think if nothing happens, they're just going to win the game. Like, that timer must be coming pretty close at this point. We're almost 15 minutes into this game now. And they started capturing these at what, like 7 or 8 minutes in? So something needs to happen. And just lots of extra food eco going on right now. I guess Pillars wants to go up to Castle Age at some point, but I'm not seeing any indication of that. Oh, never mind. Culture Wing just gets finished. So, I was looking at the wrong building. Oh, I hear Wololo. Where's the Wololo though? Okay, so one warrior monk. There's actually two warrior monks. I think these could actually win against this knight. Knight kind of recognizes it's not going to get the kill, runs away. And ooh, that's a lot of camel archers, but this is also a lot of spearmen. Oh, this is a rough one, because like you kind of want the spearmen to just be able to run and get hits, but it's pretty hard, especially with this like wall of units in the front. But it doesn't matter that much. A lot of these relics got snagged. So the long game is going to go in favor of Eyes in the Forest. At least as far as things like, you know, having a high relic count. I got one already. Let's check over on this side. Where is the thing? 3 relics in here, another monastery available for picking up more of them. They still have this sacred site, still have this one as well. Like tower elephants up? Okay, that's a lot of spearmen though. I don't think that's actually going to work out very well. And yeah, it's just going to go down. Rather unfortunate. But the spearmen were able to kind of do a little bit of damage to these camel archers. Early knights are going up against regular knights. Not really a fight you want to be part of. And oh, yeah, just in the nick of time, they're actually going to knock this sacred site down. But knights are coming in. They're going to do a decent amount of damage. Oh, but they're going up against like, what is that, veteran spearmen? Yeah, not really ideal for these knights. Knights are good and all, but yeah, like their counter unit is still a counter unit to them. And yeah, sacred site falls. But that was a huge amount of gold income while both those sacred sites were up. That said, Pillars behind all of this has been booming, like massive. 80 workers. There are what, 1, 2? Is there a third TC around? I don't think so. Yeah, just 2 TC, but that's a really big 2 TC economy. And because of that, they're able to support like a big army. I wonder if they're even going to go Imperial. That's the thing, do they go Imperial or do they just go like full on castle pressure? That is a mangonel though. Oh, I don't know if you want to be running spears into that much mangonel fire. Double mangonel up now. Now he's going to charge in, gets a hit, but falls. Oh yeah, one night charge. I don't know if that's enough to make that worth it. Especially, yeah, you just want to bring like a couple villagers just to, you know, get repairs on them. And, you know, this is a big force of spears. It's pretty scary, but mangonel fire is also a lot scarier. Okay, now everybody's in castle. Jakobe, despite taking all of that harass, is actually going to be okay now. And actually, yeah, they're on 2 TC. Wow, that TC actually took a lot of damage earlier. But it's going to be okay for the moment. And I wonder, are we going to see a push to take the sacred site back? Both of them building town centers in the center. And a very aggressive castle. I wonder if this is even going to go up. Oh, Ville's getting pushed off. Oh, and gets cancelled. Yeah. Wants to get those resources back. Oh, leading them straight back into the TCs might have just been worth it just to sack the Villes, honestly. And yeah, even the TC getting abandoned kind of recognizes that's not going to happen anytime soon. This mill is still up. I don't know how. Oh, I don't think they're actually getting all their upgrades. Oh yeah, they just like forgot to get like more eco upgrades. They're all free. You should absolutely go for these. Oh no. Way more harass coming in. And is this actually going to be Pillars of Jakobe's game? Like, they have a huge eco and a huge army. And now they're the ones doing the harassment. They have the TC advantage, so they're outproducing their opponents. The one thing that is going for Eyes on the Forest right now is they've got these mangonels. Although this one didn't get repaired, which is rather unfortunate. And those mangonels are going to have huge value if they can land big money shots. And you know, these spearmen are a bit out of position, capturing the sacred site. So yeah, they got the tech advantage. They've got a whole load of these relics as well. There's 4 over here and 3 over here. And I don't think there's any relics over on this side of the map. We can take a quick look. Where are we looking for? The landmark. It's the Golden Gate. Where is this other landmark? Can't seem to find it. Should be around somewhere. Oh, actually no, they went for the High Trade House. Interesting. Alright, big fight coming in here. The mangonels actually just walking forwards. Oh. They get big shots though. Those spears take a lot of damage. There's another mangonel over here. Oh, they're gonna take some extra damage. The spears will go down. I say that there's actually another group of spears over on the north side. Oh, the flank from the cavalry does a really good job taking those mangonels down. There's one more mangonel left. And that's actually going to do really good damage, but the pillars lost a lot of military there. Big money shots happening on these spears. So many veteran camel archers behind this. Oh, Springle's coming in though. Is that going to be seen? It is. Oh no, it kind of just ran forwards and got killed. Oh, that's really unfortunate. We even have like boosted siege workshop from a scholar. Oh, I didn't even like think about that. That's so good. And you know, we could see more mangonels coming in. We could even potentially see like a trebuchet come out. Do a lot of like harassment to these buildings from afar, and yeah, we're going to see Treb come in. And this forward position is actually incredibly strong, especially, yeah, Nyan Racing Cat has the resources to build siege behind this as well. So they can just continually build Springles, Mangonels, Trebuchets. Yeah, this town center just gonna take so much damage. And yeah, this sacred site, they've had it all game, it's been nicely secure. They're even reinforcing it with more walls. This one has a keep next to it now. And a siege workshop that's boosted. That's going to be incredibly strong. Another mangonel comes in. Yeah, they recognize that, hey, you know, we just need to shoot this with a trebuchet. And actually, this trebuchet is going to move forwards? I don't know why. Like, it could just sit back and kill this TC. Oh, and I think maybe recognizing that it moved forwards by accident. I'm not really sure what happened there. Oh, and the spears, they get the vills before they finish building the fortress. It has 45 health left until it's done. Okay. Treb realizes, wait a minute, I should be hitting this TC. Does so. Doing huge amounts of damage. And Pillars has this big economy, but like didn't build particularly good units with it. Oh no, the knight comes in, gets the charge. Should really be shooting this knight. You've got Springles. And are they actually going to pull vills to repair? Not yet. Ooh, spears get on top of these Springles over here. Are we going to see another one go down? Yeah, 2 go down. That's really good pick off there. And you got all these scholars as well doing heals. So this spear force over here is going to be incredibly durable. We're going to go to Nyan Racing Cat's point of view. Look at that military. And look at that, they're just like taking so much damage and just able to tank it completely. Okay, slightly overwhelmed now, but now Siege is coming in. I'm gonna get a couple big mangonel shots. Oh, big damage. That is a lot. And yeah, you just see these rocks coming in, absolutely pummeling these buildings. That has a Springald in placement, but it doesn't really matter because the Treb's gonna knock it down. And we've got Springald versus Springald as well, so I think there's actually even more Springals here. There's 2 Springals over on this side, so you're going to need to outnumber those if you want to take them down. And so many Scholars as well. And at this point, yeah, Nyan Racing Cat's doing a great job. But Pillars, Behind all this still has a huge economy. That said, like, yeah, you gotta take these sacred sites. Like, they're just gonna win if you don't. And Pillar's building a stone wall. Very interesting. I wonder if they're gonna, like, build, like, a gate, maybe some towers on this or something? I'm not sure. But something has to happen. And over on this side, yeah, this trebuchet, I mean, I really wish it would get healed. Because it is pretty low health, actually. I think these vills, in theory, you could just run up and kill it. One Springald shot would do it as well. Yeah, Springalds, yeah, do like 100 damage per attack. Oh, that's a lot of army. Yeah, pillars, you know, they sat back, they ecoed. A lot of military coming up behind this. Got Lancers coming in. Is this actually going to work? It looks like it might. One keep is available though, and that's doing a lot of damage. Got a whole bunch of scholars here as well. Second keep, is that actually going to finish in time? It looks like it will, especially with all this archer fire keep being supportive. Boiling oil coming up too. That's actually going to be very effective as well. And will this keep go up? The archers are starting to pick these off. Spearmen are starting to pick them off as well. How many do we have left? We've got 7. 6. Yeah, this is going to be done in time. 5 vills. Yeah, they're all good. And yeah, all of these are going to go down to a bunch of archer fire. And yeah, both of these sacred sites are going to hold. And another keep comes up here. Yan Racing Cat recognizes that, like, hey, we might be behind on economy, but we have the sacred sites, we have the relics, we have positioning, we've got technology as well. You know, they've got really nice use of these siege units. Like a whole bunch of Springalds, a whole bunch of Mangonels. I think the Treb went down in that fight, but that's fine. They've done a lot of damage. And they don't need to push anymore, they just have to defend. They just have to hold these sacred sites for a couple more minutes. And this one over here, you've got all these fortified palisade walls, you've got this keep. Got a lot of vills nearby as well. They're possibly gonna save up and build another keep. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. And in the center over here, oh, big counterattack coming in. Gonna kill a lot of villagers. This keep might not make it up, actually. It depends. I think it will just, but there's a trebuchet behind this too. Oh, and actually decides, no, I'm actually gonna just leave this. Keep is gonna fall. And if they go for the cancel, actually, because it's taking all this trap fire, it's taking a ton of damage. And this forces so much of this army to come to the center where it doesn't want to be. And Imperial Age, yeah, that's like super nice, but that's a lot of resources to put into. But then again, there's just so many resources behind that as well. Pillars is a huge bank. Loads of food and wood and stone. Keep goes down, actually finishes just in time to get killed. And while all this is going on, wow, even a stone wall coming up. Yeah, Nyan Racing Cat and Eyes of the Forest in general is just like, oh, we're just going to fortify these two positions because we know if we hold them, we win the game. And yeah, taking the center is really nice and all, but it doesn't really matter. Pillars, just like, yeah, you can push them out, but they are going to lose. Like, the timer is ticking down. Alright, what do we got here? We got horse archers coming in. You don't really see them that often, but I guess they're pretty effective against these lancers. And actually, this is a wall. I hadn't recognized that at first, but yeah, this is actually a wall. And I mean, I guess the crossbows will eventually do something about this, but yeah, and actually, this, you know, even scholars in these mosques anymore. House of Learning and pillars, yeah, they're just like, yeah, we can't win anymore. Recognizes that the timer is about to count down. And Eyes of the Forest take game 2, despite being behind on economy. They go down. Or they go up even. And take the game off of Jakobe and Pillars. And we're going to go into losers finals next. So yeah, really nicely done. I mean, you can just see the Vil count is so high up here. Pillars and Jacobe's up here as well. And like Nyan Racing Cat had like very few Vils. They went up to like what, like 50 maybe? Like 55, maybe 60 a push. And then up here you've got like 140 for like Pillars and like loads for Jacobe as well. But alas, well played. We're gonna go into losers finals next between Pillars and Jacobe versus your 6.